Hello, everybody. Do we have anyone on here? Hmm. Hello. Oh, we have a Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Thank you for joining. Hello, Joyce. How are you? Just wait a couple of seconds and see if there's anyone else that's going to join in. Moment. Oh, God. Wendy, you know me. And Joyce, you know me. I'm back. um, Hello, Erica. How are you? Oh, we could hope there'd be lots. Got some pretty cool stuff to go through with the Apparel Printer today. So we've got some more people joining now. Hello, everyone. I'll formally introduce myself to those that don't know me. I'm Beck. I own a small creative business in Central Victoria where I do custom apparel stuff. I also do laser engraving, specialty embossment, and small furniture works. So today we're going to talk about the xTool Apparel Printer, why I have one, and pretty much all the reasons that it has saved me time and made my business a lot more profitable having this in store with us to use whenever we need. So we'll go through today just some different things on saving times in workflows when you're doing bulk orders and building gang sheets. We will also go over trying to reduce our material waste. So a lot of people waste a lot of film. So I'm going to go through just what I do to reduce the film wastage in my business. And yeah, we're going to focus on some bulk order stuff. And then in the second half, I'll show you some specialty printing with some foil. Okay, let's get to this over here, the other screen. Split up. That's the apparel printer. Now we've got the all-in-one with the shaker oven as well. I will be showing today a gang sheet build and print on the printer, so you can all see that live. But then also I'm going to remove the film and show you another way to do it without using the shaker oven whatsoever. So before I got the Apparel Printer, bulk orders were very time consuming. I was externally ordering DTFs, which I would build on my sheets, send off to the printers, and they take however long they take to get back, sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks. And the quality was never good enough for what we sent out. We were really disappointed with everything that we were getting externally. So me and my business partner, we decided that this is the way to go. So I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go through some stuff. Beforehand, everything is very overwhelming, not knowing that your prints are going to come back the quality that you sent them out to be printed. So that's very stressful. This, I can do all little bits of testing and make sure my prints are absolutely perfect without wasting very much materials at all. Sorry, I'm just trying to screen share. Let's go. this one. Ooh. Okay. For anyone that doesn't know xTool Studio, this is Studio. This is our apparel printer canvas. This one's set on a 600mm canvas. I often use a 600mm canvas unless I have just some small things to do, then I'll drop it down, which you can do here, to a 460mm canvas. Today we're going to work with 600mm just so I can show you how I build gang sheets and how to utilize my canvas and my film with minimal wastage. So I've got some things that I have to do for some people at the moment, which I do have some things here. We've got to size them and that. This is a card set of marks, which we're doing some printing for to see how awesome they look in colour. And we've got Wendy's logo. I have to do a couple of t-shirts for Wendy and something for Dave as well as my own. So I'm going to take all these from this. I'm going to copy that. Go back to my blank, and then I'm going to paste it over here. Paste. Yep. Oh, it's coming in. It's a little bit laggy. Okay. First thing, before I do anything, I'm going to reconnect it. And I'm going to, while I set this stuff up, I'm going to run a clean in the background so I know that this is going to be ready for me to print. You'll be able to see that hopefully on the other camera. Okay. Really cool thing in xTool Studio at the moment, where they've put in on the apparel printer stuff, we can do live mock-ups on t-shirts and that, and get our sizes correct for everything that we're doing. So if you had all your bits and pieces in here and you did a mock-up like that, just straight up, it'll show you every single thing that's on your canvas in your mock-up here. But we don't want to do that since we're building gang sheets. Sorry. We want to size everything individually. So just highlight what you want to size. Now we're going to mock this up and just get the sizes before we start building our gang sheets. So I know that this is going to be a front left logo. It is a large. We can select our sizes, front or back, and what color shirt, just to give us sort of a visual on everything. Now you can see here, we can zoom in a little bit. And we can size it in here, big or small. We want a little one like this for our front left. You can apply the scaling, and automatically in your canvas, it's going to be applied to that size that you've chosen it to be. Now I want to do a back logo for this as well. Oh, sorry. So I make a copy, and then I'm going to make sure he's highlighted. Mock up. I'm going to go to the back now, which flipped him around. It's a large again. We're going to move him up, and we're going to do the full mock up to get our sizes before we build our gang sheets. You can export photos or pictures from mock up as well. If you're mocking things up for customers, you can do it in here, send them to proof everything, and then if there's any changes, go back in and you can do it again essentially. But we'll apply the scaling here. So we've got our large one, we've got our small one. We're going to do the same thing with Dave's as well. So we're going to do a quick mock-up. Now, Dave's is white. Dave's will be going on a black shirt. So we'll go over here. I'm going to put it straight black. I'm going to zoom in. And size up our placement's not perfect on this at the moment. I'm just going through, but that's around about size that we want. So that's been applied into our canvas. And I will make a copy. And then do it again on the back. So let's flip her around. That's our back. And again, just apply your scaling in here. And we've got our big ones. Now this guy is around the same as Wendy's logo. So, all right, when we're building gang sheets, this is where it gets fun. So we've got all these little guys. You can highlight stuff and try to smart nest. I don't recommend it. I recommend just quickly shuffling them around yourself, just so you know that you can get a clean cut around your DTFs after they're printed. So we've got two big logos. Let me get them. In place, then I'm going to shove everything around them pretty much. So we're going to build out our gang sheet so we can use as much and maximize our film usage, so we're not wasting all that extra. Because every time you waste that bit of film, you don't think it's much, but it does add up. It adds up to quite a bit in the long run. So I'm going to stick these in here, and then I'm going to shove in. Usually I've got several orders at a time. So like this sort of stuff, I can just shove other people's little bits in sheets, which I often do. Or I also just print it an extra couple of little bits and pieces and give a stubby holder or a little tote or something for the clients. If I have spare film that I don't want to waste, I'll fill it up with bits and pieces of little prints to get what I need to get. Sorry. Just glitch. Now these guys, they're not grouped together, they're just all individual, so I can just pull them out, put them everywhere I want to, where I can cut around them. And they don't interfere with my logos. Now all the little things you can move and twist and rotate however you need to. Shove some more little guys up. How cute are Mark's little animal designs, by the way? I think they're adorable. Okay, we've got 3 more to squeeze in. So we're going to find space, we're going to twist, we're going to move, and we're going to build out as much as we possibly can where we're not going to cut through any of our graphics that we have. Oh, built out. Another thing I also do with the apparel prints every single time, I always do a little rectangle at the top, because sometimes you could have a little tiny bit of glue powder in a spot that it shouldn't be, and you get little lumps and stuff occasionally. But this sort of like grabs a crap at the start, and then the rest of the print looks pretty good. So I've just up here filled that. Up here you got the options to do what you need to with it. So I've filled it with white. I'm also going to make it stroke white. So the outline is currently a thin black one. We're going to change our stroke to white as well, just so I've got a solid white and I know that my white's going to print awesome. Now, quickly before I go further, did that clean. When we do a clean, it spits out a little print like this. And Mine's pretty good at the moment. I've got a couple of tiny lines in the magenta, but that's not enough to make any issues. Okay. We will go pretty easy. In Studio, you can play around with all your color and all your transparencies and everything. Over here, you can adjust all your stuff. You can feather it. You can do reductions, all sorts of stuff. Comes in handy with everything. I'll just show you an example. This is sort of a preset, so that's what I use a lot of the time. Sorry, guys. But I'll show you this, for example. This was a fundraiser that I had to do recently. Now, these back flames, I was printing them separate to everything else on our graphics, just because I wanted like a solid like flame look without any white through it whatsoever. So all the black and charcoal t-shirts came out with that semi-transparent, no white in it. And they actually looked really, really, really good. So that's where you do stuff over here. You can play with your ink fills. This is awesome to test. Like I'd suggest if you're using xTool Apparel Printer, play around with this stuff and see what it can do because it's pretty cool. So I've got these set completely different to my other page because of the effect that I wanted. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to print that off and you will see it happening. We've got the oven preheating at the moment. It should be up to temperature. Pretty simple. I've mocked up those. I know the sizes are right. Print. Now it comes up, it shows you it mirrored because it prints it mirrored, and it'll tell you an estimated time. You can also calculate an estimated cost. If you put all your costings in for your ink and your film and everything, you can get an estimated cost out of it. Building gang sheets saves you a lot. You're saving on film. You're not wasting any of the print time. Like filling in all these little bits doesn't add much of the print time. Most of my prints are around 5 to 8 minutes. This one's pretty small, so depends what details in as well. Very quick turnaround's awesome. This has been a game changer for our business. We'll say print, and we'll jump over to there. How do I stop? Okay. While that prints, I think we should do the first giveaway. So, sorry, I gotta find the thing. Yeah, we're gonna do winner chicken dinner. So get in the comments. Start writing winner chicken dinner. And when I say stop, the last comment will win the first $50 voucher. We have a $50 voucher to give away right now. So everyone start writing winner chicken dinner in the comments, and I will pick a winner while I go through some other things with you. Oh, there's one winner chicken dinner. So we've got this live on the screen as well, so you can see the green lines. There's 2 green lines. The lighter green is the color print, so you can see in there all the colors getting printed out. And the darker green is the white back coverage, so it's your fill. to make all your colours pop on your clothes. Wendy's Chameleon is pretty awesome. The colour is so vibrant. I love it. Okay. I'm going to minimize that while it's printing. You can minimize it and keep working, or you can build different canvases. I'm going to go over here and just show you, you can add canvases like the one here. I've got a heap of different ones just to separate my graphics, really. Prints. So we can add another canvas here, and you can have completely different settings on this canvas if you want to. How's our winner chicken dinners going? All right. So this canvas, you can do what you adjust all your things. You can do feathers, everything, or you can keep it the same. You can separate all your graphics and do bulk gang sheets. So just heaps. If you've got bulk orders, I try and squeeze all my little prints around every big print so I don't waste that film. Film's not cheap. Okay, stop. Who is the last comment? Is Jennifer Maria. Congratulations, Jennifer. You just won the $50 voucher. Let me write that down. While that prints, we'll go through a couple of questions. Is that the biggest expense for the printing stuff? The films? No, it's all pretty good. I think the biggest stuff is all your maintenance kits. But it's very good. All your maintenance stuff, they've got videos on how to do everything. And I've only had to do all the maintenance fully and change some things out once. And that was after, I think 6 months. So it's going pretty well. Let me just double check if there was any other questions before this. Having a problem with the oven. Who's that? Julie at Stevenson. You're having a problem with the oven and keep a smooth up without it being caught up with the runners. Do you have that same issue? I just make sure before I do every print my paper's aligned perfectly. If I'm doing a bulk lot as well, so if I'm going through and printing like a number of copies, example these, I was doing sort of 4 with all their little ones around it at a time. Where'd it go? I didn't close the rest one. I didn't. I've had an issue with the misalignment once, I think, and I was like, oh my God, but then I realized it was a me issue. My film roll was nearly out and it kind of and then got jammed in the oven. Mark's designs would be amazing on kids' clothes. You'd have to see about the shaker oven separately. It's pretty cool to have. Definitely streamlines our production here. I do some, I'll show you after, by hand still, but we will get to that when we get to that. Control humidity. So I do have a split system in here. I do put a humidifier on occasionally. At the moment, I'm in Bendigo, Central Vic. We get really, really hot or really, really cold. At the moment, the weather's a bit, but we're sitting comfortably at 59% humidity, which is pretty good. You don't want it below 50%. and you don't really want it above 75 because then it could start causing issues as well. But when my heat presses are on and I have a split system with a heater on, my humidity is enough in here. And if it does drop that little bit, that's when I'll put the humidifier on. We have bought a tent for it. We will be putting it in that because we are renovating this whole space at the moment, hence the chaos. But it will be in a tent just to keep the dust down as well, because I do live on a dirt road and dust is my worst nightmare when it comes to printing. Okay. See that has gone through the printer. It is now going through the oven, and you can see on our screen here. So it says our printing is completed and heating 1 of 1, and it's 34% in the oven. So that'll come out soon. We'll see how it looks. I haven't printed in like a day, so touch wood, she's still fine. It generally takes about the same time it does print in the oven, which is pretty good. I can't complain. I turn around and they're done, and I kind of need to catch up a bit. They're quicker than I am at the moment. Okay, I'm not going to press stuff tonight. I'm going to just run through workflow stuff and then go through a different material as such. When you are doing bulk stuff, so if you're a business or you're a little person and you're doing bulk orders, I do recommend after every 4-5 prints, do a clean. Just so you know that everything's still running nicely. It's the worst thing ever, and the worst feeling is you don't spend that extra 2 minutes doing a clean, and then you've just ruined an entire gang sheet and however much that costs, plus that time, and then you've got to go and start all again, do the clean. You've probably got to do a better clean. So I always, if you're doing bulk stuff, gang sheets will save you money, and make sure you do a clean in between. Don't just keep smashing stuff out. I need to take that little screen down. Sorry, guys. Oh, no, it's not it. Oh. Okay. Now I do have I don't have the AP2. I've got a little older xTool HEPA filter attached to it, which works really well. What temp is my oven set to? Good question. I haven't changed it since I found the perfect temperature, but I can check. We can check on here. We can check our shaker oven. Yeah, I've set it to Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is more accurate when you're doing prints, as weird as it is, but I keep it set at 176. But it also depends on your environment. Everyone's environments are different. Depends on your humidity. It depends on everything. Sometimes that temperature doesn't work for me. If it's a really, really hot day, that's too much. So I have to back it off a little bit, but it's not very often. Once you find the sweet spot for your environment, you're pretty good. This one, let me. I've got a gang sheet. So you can see all your glue set perfectly going through your shaker oven. These have come out pretty awesome. I love the quality that the xTool Apparel Printer prints. Look how good those little guys are. Mark's animals are just the cutest. If anyone is interested in Mark's designs, Mark does sell t-shirts. He has a online store and he does all these cute little things. Wendy's chameleon. It's gorgeous, gorgeous color. And then we've got Days. These come out really well. We can see that there's no lines. There's no blur on it. It's come out really, really crisp. So then I will go over. I've got like a guillotine thing, but I also scissors. I'll cut them up. I've got drawers. I set all my things in drawers. So jobs, they'll get all the pieces put in their drawers and then I'll start pressing them. So I know that I've got everything there ready. Some are print and press straight away, but often it gets a little bit crazy hot in here. So I turn the press off and then press them later. But that's turned out really, really good. If I get time, I will press them. Okay, sorry. Let me just catch up on these comments for a moment. Yep, so Wendy, it cuts off after it's done. In your settings, you can tell it to auto cut at the end of the print. It'll automatically go across and cut it, which is awesome. You can also tell it to not, which I'm hoping I've still got my, yeah. Here. So we want to, sorry, give me a second. See, you can change your automatic cutting or not, which I'm going to do because this next part, I don't need the film roll. Can everyone still see in the printer clearly? Because I'm going to have to set up this next part. I'm going to turn, while I'm here, the automatic cutting off on this page. But also, doing this, I'll explain it all in a minute. I'm going to turn my shaker oven off. Dead. Okay, what I'm doing, so we're going to go through just, we've gone through some workflow stuff, how to maximize your film so you're not wasting very much film, you're not wasting materials, you're saving money, etc. Now we're going to see how we can maximize our orders again. So adding premium stuff to your orders, offering a premium option with your orders that people can, honestly, most people go, wow, that's so cool. And they want it. So we're going to go through, Australia doesn't have xTool gold foil rolls at the moment, but I've been doing the A3 sheets for the gold foil and it's working pretty awesome. Now, this person here, the bond broker, she orders everything gold. It's amazing. I love it. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to just go through and show you what we do, what I do. I'm going to flick it. Use around. So you've got a couple of views. So when we're gold foiling, you're going to take your film out. I leave it hang down the back. I don't take the roll off completely. And we use A3 gold foil sheets. So they're a little bit different. We can't auto cut because they're A3, and if you auto cut, they just bunch up in the machine and just bleh. And it's a complete nightmare, and you get ink everywhere. So I'm just gonna feed her in roughly. I'll come back around. Now I'll move this. I'm touching it gently all the way to my right side and align it with my little alignment line. And then I'll align the very front with the front of my line there. Now we've got it aligned perfectly on our right line over here. It's lined up pretty well. Here. Now the machine is yelling at me and telling me that there's not enough film. But it'll be on my screen as well, so you can probably see that. Yep. Did xTool send what? Sorry, Cass? I'm going to confirm that. Now over here, I've selected the 83 DTF film. It will tell you that you cannot use a shaker oven. So that's why we turned it off to start, because we've got to be a little bit more manual when we're doing the A3 stuff. The shaker oven's a little bit of a pain in the ass when you're doing the A3 stuff, because you've got to like pull it back out. But it works. It's a tiny little bit more time consuming, but it's definitely worth it for the final result. It looks pretty cool. Now, when I do graphics when gold, I'm trying to keep the ink sort of similar color on the screen, just in case anything goes wrong, it'll blend in. But we haven't really had much issue with this whatsoever. It's been pretty good gold film for us. I will not do a line at the top of this because I'm going to make a mess anyway. But over here, I've got all my settings preset. These are these are pretty much all the same, except for we've dropped our white ink way back. See that? Yep. All right, we're going to run that in print and show you what we have to do. When I'm doing the A3 foil, I do like to watch it a little bit more. What I mean by a little bit more time consuming. It's a little bit fussier than DTF film. If you see, okay, well, that's running around doing its thing. No, xTool didn't send me the gold film. I sourced that myself. And yeah, did some trial and error testing and figured out the best way to use it. Not having any settings in that for xTool. Yeah, I think I wasted maybe 10 sheets of it while I was playing with it to make sure I could get it perfect. And I think I've got it pretty good now. I do have orders in here that I just finished for the blonde broker. So you can see she orders quite a bit, which is awesome. Like, I love doing this gold, but it looks unreal when it's finished. Like, it's so cool. I have done a few of my own business hops in it as well, but it's amazing. And that's nearly done. So now you get to see the fun part. At the start, I was just it like cut across, destroyed one, and I was like, what the hell? And then I figured out the turning off the automatic cut doesn't do it. So I was pausing it right at the end of the print. Now that's done. Let's pull itself back in a little bit. So I'm going to release And I usually pull it out. Okay. We have one gold foil print. I can't waste too much time right now because I need to get DTF powder pretty much straight away. So I do that manually for all the gold stuff at the moment until xTool bring out their foil to Australia. I'm just going to, I should probably try to share my laptop actually in a minute. Oh, here we are. I've just got a little container and an extra bag that I use specifically for my foils, and I'll drown it in glue. Which people who don't have the shaker oven already have to do this manual stuff anyway. And then I'll tap it and pretend that I'm doing the shake and bake. Like the printer. Once I know and I double check all my glue is perfectly even, I will put it under my heat press. I'll hover it under my heat press. When the new Wonder Press is out, it'll be much easier. I just hover it under my heat press at 140 for like 35 seconds and it makes the glue perfect. I'm going to go put that over there. Oh, I got glue everywhere. Oh, now it's yelling at me again about the film. That's all good. Confirm that on there. And then to feed your film back in, it's not hard at all. If you're doing like, I had to do 3 sets of those today. And then just feed the film back in and start as new. My film roll is nearly out. Which I have another one there, but utilizing every spare bit to save costs. Realignment, just get in. So we've got your bits on your rails. And a little bit fussy with the alignment, so that's the cabinet maker in me. Okay. We're aligned back up. Let's go. Oh, a million questions. Hang on a minute. Overwhelming. We're up to the. Yes, I managed to find somewhere to buy the gold film, Cass. I reached out to lots of contacts. The gold foil mark is really cool. So it is literally a layer of sort of like gold leaf, which is on the film. So all your DTF film does have like a fine layer or something. Like these ones have gold. You can get silver as well. The silver's so cool. And I don't put full color. I only put a tiny bit of white in the back of the print, just so I have that little bit extra ink for the glue to stick to. And then I know that my prints aren't going to fail, as I showed you before this one. But they come up pretty awesome. We've done the wash tests, everything, and they're just really cool. Let's hope X will bring out the foil soon here. Oh, yes. The Apparel Printer is awesome. It's really good for small business or hobbyists. It's really definitely made a difference in our business hugely. It's saved us a lot of extra costs. It saved us that extra time, and it saved me the worry of me sending out good designs coming back crap. Oh, thank you, Jody. With the gold, I only have the white at 25% CAS. The powder's a DTF powder, so that's your glue. So that's what goes on to all the back of your prints when it goes through the shaker oven. So that's that ripple effect that you can see the glue on the back of the print. Which I'm going to pull this out here and try not to disconnect yours. Special. So here's your circulation from when you're using your shaker oven. I've got it off now because I just did the gold. That's where your DTF powder sits, and it will run through, go down, and shake onto your film. They're all through here. Those little things in there. These little guys, they're your little shakers to get the excess glue off of your print. You don't want too much glue, and you really want only the printed areas, or else you start having issues and you get little blue spots on your apparel, which is terrible. It's pretty awesome. Like, it fills up from the side, you clean it all out from the bottom. The printer can be, I've just covered the camera. The printer can be with the shaker oven, or it can be by itself. This is actually screwed down onto it because it's the all-in-one, and that's how I use it. But what did I do? But I completely lost where I was at then. The powder, yes. The xTool Apparel Printer powder is pretty awesome. I must admit, I don't have very much trouble with it crystallizing. Only if I'm lazy and don't ever check it and let it run nearly out. Which I've learned my lesson, because that's when I get crystally bits. You don't want crystally bits in your powder because then you get lumps and things won't adhere properly. And you need that perfect layer of glue for your ink to adhere to your apparel. Sorry guys, I spilled glue everywhere. Okay. Hey, do we have any more questions? Is there anything that you want me to show you? We're going to do another giveaway in a minute, but before that, I just want to double check if there's anything that specifically that you want to know or want to see with the printer. Yeah, I've used it for all sorts of applications. We do hats, we do lots of tote bags, t-shirts, just hoodies, everything. We do a lot of stubby holders too with it. Yeah, the Wonder Press will be awesome, especially for setting the DTF. I do have xTool's Smart Press. I do like it. It's just not big enough for my prints. A lot of my prints, I'm doing full back stuff. So I do have a different press over there. But the Wonder Press will be amazing for setting your glues for your DTF. That'd be so cool. Oh, I hope everyone is as excited about the Wonder Press as I am. I can't wait till it's out. All right, we're going to put this up. And we're going to do another giveaway. This is our second round. What question should I ask? I'm not going to do a winner chicken dinner this time. Okay. What's the main reason that we wanted to get an in-house apparel printer within our business? That's the question. It was said at the start there were two main reasons, so either one's fine. Erica, you're spot on. Oh, sorry, Wendy, you were just above it on quality control. Oh, no, it was Wendy first. I'm so sorry. She came in at 1951.19 and Erica's 1951.20. Oh, I better write that down too. Yep, it was quality control. They kept stuffing up the quality of the issues and the turnaround time. You all listened very well there. If you're thinking about buying the xTool apparel printer, I cannot fault it. I have a couple of days where I'm just like, but it's really just climate control. Climate control is the biggest issue, which I'm pretty on top of now. The temp will definitely help in reducing dust, so I don't have to wipe it all the time. But yeah, it's unreal. I can have someone inquire about an order, whether it be a repeat customer or someone new that sends me a graphic they want, and I can have that t-shirt, whatever, as long as I've got their size in stock. I can have that done in a half an hour to an hour. So you can just smash out items with it. It's a really, really efficient system. With all xTool stuff, with all everything stuff, make sure you keep on top of your maintenance. Give it a wipe when it says give it a wipe. Do all that, or else you're going to have issues. You always got to, it's your machinery. You work with it every day. It's something that, yeah, it's a part of you. You want to make sure it's going to survive as long as you possibly can, because it's a big investment, these machines. So as long as you spend that, it only takes 20 minutes every 3 days. Go through, give it a good wipe, clean, make sure everything's sweet, and then you'll never have faulty prints. You've got your climate under control. You've got everything clean, all your print heads clean, all your wipers clean, everything. xTool also have videos on how to do everything with your apparel printer. If you look at it and just go, oh my God, I don't know where to start, it'll throw links, it'll come up. You go into all your studio stuff and you can look at how to do things. If it comes up and says that it's an error, you can click it and say, show me what to do. And it'll go straight to a link to a video, and you can go through those videos and see what you need to do. And it shows you very clearly what you need to do. Then we've got the awesome xTool Australia community, which is very helpful for all those little questions that people need to ask. But yeah, as long as you keep everything up, your moisturizing fluid, you check your powders, your alignment's good, you're not going to have very much issue at all. Get it. You have to make sure that you use it to your environment. So my settings, the oven at 176 Fahrenheit, that might not work at all for someone else. Like for Wendy example, she's up in the humidity. It's not going to work. It's going to be completely different oven settings. Like, you need to fine tune to your environment. Awesome. Now, were there any other questions? Where did I put the chat? I just lost you. Hang on a minute. Oh, there you are. Aw. Well, you just can fight over it. No, that's not cool. I will, yeah, I've written names down. I will work out with everyone and let you all know, and xTool as well. Let me just, have you had to remove a print? I did the other day. I use acetone. Oh. So I removed one print, and I got very grumpy at it and I ended up throwing the t-shirt because it was in the too hard basket. It was too much time for me to sit there and remove a print. I'm just going to use another t-shirt. Like, my suppliers, I've got, set up. It's not going to cost me very much. It's going to cost me more in time to strip a DTF off a t-shirt than it is for me to just press and print another t-shirt. Yeah, a lot of it's like user mistakes, or you haven't got your environment, like you haven't worked out your environment. The machine sometimes has a little bit of a hissy at us, but I usually work out it's me. It's my fault. Erica, you do have a question. You're a part of xTool squad. Open demos. If you're happy, I can send you a message after Erica, and we'll get someone in contact with you. Color engraving on metal is so fun though, 6 hatch. I wouldn't bother acetone on it. I just got a pile over there of rejects, like something where the white's been a tiny bit misaligned. Because I'm really anal, I won't send that out. I will print another one. Awesome. Does anyone else have any more questions or want to see or know anything else before we get cut dead off? I'm happy to answer questions as well. xTool Australia, jump on. I'll probably chuck some pictures up of the prints that we did, and tomorrow when I press Wendy and Dave stuff, we'll chuck some pictures up so you can just see how good they look, if that's cool. All right, awesome. I think that we are done, unless you've got questions. Everyone's quiet though. Okay, awesome. Oh, thank you. Thanks for everyone. Thanks to everyone for joining. Yeah, it's been good. If you have any more questions, if you want to book a demo, I do demos. I do in-person or online demos, and we also do training. So you can book training with us as well if anyone needs to do that, just through the xTool Squad stuff. So have an awesome night, and thank you all for being so awesome and joining and watching me.